This WordPress tutorial for beginners 2026 is all about understanding the left sidebar in the WordPress dashboard. I'm already logged in, so the sidebar is running down the left side. Click Dashboard at the top. Dashboard is the main admin area. When the dashboard page opens, you'll see notifications, activity, and quick shortcuts. I use it as a starting point after every login because it shows me what changed on the site since last time. Next is Home. Click Home. The page that opens gives you an overview of your site, including quick actions and setup recommendations. If you're on a fresh install, this is where WordPress tells you to set a menu or write your first post. Stats is right below Home. Click Stats. You'll see your views, visitors, traffic sources, and popular posts. I check the popular post list after publishing because it tells me which article is getting attention. Hosting is next. Click Hosting. This area shows your hosting environment. On WordPress.com, it can include server information and website environments, but the exact options depend on your plan. Most beginners won't need to change anything here. Upgrades is where you view and compare plans. Click Upgrades. You'll see storage, premium features, and higher tier plan options. I'd only look here when you hit a real limit, like running out of storage or needing a specific premium tool. Jetpack handles security, performance, backups, and some stats. Click Jetpack. The exact features depend on your account. You don't need to change anything here right now, and I'd leave the defaults alone while you're learning the dashboard. Now we get to the section you'll use most. Click Posts. The All Posts screen opens, and any blog content you've created is listed here. This is where you create, edit, and publish posts. If you're writing something like 10 WordPress tips for beginners, it belongs under Posts. Media is next. Click Media, then Library. That opens your media library. Any image, video, audio, PDF, or document you upload sits here. When you want to add a photo to a blog post, upload it here first, or just drag the file straight onto this screen. Pages is the one beginners mix up with posts. Click Pages. This screen lists your permanent pages like Home, About, Services, and Contact. Pages are for static information, not regular blog entries. To create an About Us page, click Add New Page here. Comments is where visitor discussions are managed. Click Comments. You'll see pending, approved, spam, and trash tabs. I always check pending after a post goes live because that's where real comments wait for approval. Feedback is separate on some WordPress.com setups. Click Feedback. If someone fills out a contact or feedback form, their submission shows up here. If you don't use those forms, this section stays empty, and that's fine. Appearance controls how your site looks. Click Appearance. Depending on your theme, you'll see Themes, Editor, Customize, Widgets, and Menus. This is where you change the header, colors, fonts, and navigation. I'd start with Themes, then Menus, before touching Customize. Plugins adds extra functionality. Click Plugins. If your plan allows plugins, this page lists them. You can install, activate, deactivate, update, or remove them. Since this tutorial keeps things plugin free, I'd open this only when you need a feature WordPress doesn't do built-in. Users manages people who have accounts on your site. Click Users. The list shows usernames, roles, and email addresses. Roles matter more than they look. An administrator can delete the whole site, while a subscriber can only edit their own profile. I'd keep the number of administrators small. Tools holds import, export, site health, and personal data controls. Click Tools. You won't come here often as a beginner. The one thing I'd remember is Export, because if you ever want to move your content away, that's where it lives. Settings is the last main section. Click Settings. You'll see General, Writing, Reading, Discussion, Media, Permalinks, and Privacy. These control site-wide behavior. I'd be careful here because changing the wrong reading or permalink setting can break how your site displays. At the bottom of the sidebar is Collapse menu. Click it. The sidebar shrinks to icons. Click it again to expand. I use this on a laptop because the smaller sidebar gives you more room in the editor. The fastest way to remember the sidebar is to pair each label with one job. Posts is blog content, Pages is website pages, Media is files, Comments is visitor discussions, Appearance is design, Plugins is extra functionality, Users is people with accounts, Tools is admin tasks, and Settings is site configuration. Once that clicks, you can move through the dashboard without second guessing. If this cleared up the sidebar, hit like and subscribe and leave a comment saying this was helpful. Comments are what push this tutorial to other people searching for the same thing.